everyone. My name is Anita Foster. I'm one of the 3 voices on Overdue Conversations from the Library. My home school is Autry Middle School in Kennesaw, Georgia. And welcome to a vlog post today. What I'm going to be showing you how to do is to edit as best I can without having it live on the screen, using our Anchor app that we use for podcasting. To us, we have found that Anchor is the easiest to use. If you have not listened to the podcast about our first time that we ever podcasted, it is quite funny. We spent hours and hours and hours with all these expensive microphones, all for me to go, I heard about this app this past week at the InTech conference in our district, and it's called Anchor. Why don't we just give it a try and see? And you know what? It was the thing that worked the best for us. So I do have the Anchor app loaded on my phone, but I cannot get it to share with my screen on my computer, so I've taken screenshots. So I'm going to walk you through the process of recording somewhat, but mostly editing your podcast. So here's what you do. When you open the app and you've set up your account, you're going to be able to click a new podcast button and then click the record button in the bottom center there. So you're going to record your podcast. It doesn't have to be perfect. Let's just put that on out there. It does not have to be perfect because you're going to have rights to go in and edit it later. So after you have recorded, then this is what you can go into, and you'll have the option to trim the front or trim the ends, they call it. They have a bunch of other options in there, but the ones that we use is if we have recorded live and there are no mistakes in it, that's a rare feat. But if there are no mistakes in it, we'll just trim the very beginning off of the podcast, or we'll trim the end off because somebody was in the middle of saying something or something. Mostly it's at the beginning. We count down to make sure that we're all starting at the same time and everything. So that's it. So you have this split thing. If you edit your audio and you click edit audio, you can edit anything in here that you want. So if somebody, we've had this happen, we're in a recording room and somebody walks in and starts talking and they don't realize that we're recording, we'll just pause it for a second and then we will edit that portion out. So when you're in edit audio, these are all splits that I have created. So what you do is you'll drag I hit play, and this little thing follows along with you. And then when you're ready to hit a split, you just hit it and it will split the tape. So if you'll look at it, here's 1 portion, 2 portions, 3 portions, 4 portions. And then if I was to hit split here, that would make this the 5th portion. So, or they call them segments. So I would click one of these. So like if this is a portion that I need to cut out because somebody walked in, so what I would do is I would make the splits at the very beginning of where I want it to cut and the very end where I want it to start back up. And then I click the middle. Now when I click the middle here, nothing's going to happen, but I would click in the middle and then it turns purple on your phone. And let me see if I can get that to do that. And I'll show you on here. So I'm going to just turn my phone around and you're going to see everything on here all the options. I hit edit audio already. Let me go back and I'm going to show you. It gives you several options that you can do. And I'm going to click edit audio. And then I'm going to just drag this. Here's the other thing I like about it. And I'm just going to hold it up and show you. I can slide and make it bigger so that I can get down and see the very millisecond that I need to cut out. So like there's a big gap there. What I would do, I would put my cursor there and I can slide it to where I want to. I always hit play so I can know exactly where I need to trim it at. I would hit split, drag it to the portion where the space is out. Then I can get that off, hold that down, and it's asking me, do I want to delete the segment or do I want to rename the segment? Well, I want to delete that segment, but actually right now I'm going to hit cancel because this is one that we have not edited yet. So I'm going to hit cancel, and I'm going to even just back out so that you don't see it. Now here's the important thing, and this is very important, especially if you make a lot of cuts in yours. I know Ingrid edited one a couple weeks ago, and it was like 130 something segments because there were a lot of edits in there. And when you're finished, it's going to ask you to hit that save button. And when you hit that save button, it's going to ask you, do you want them in separate segments or do you want them as one segment? I highly, I cannot stress this enough, highly recommend that you save it as one segment. Do not do it as multiple segments, especially if you have a lot like that. If you have to move things around, I've done one before where it was 80 something segments, and I did not know this. This is the very beginning of my editing, and some of the segments got mixed up, and I didn't realize it until the next day when I was listening to it, and I had to go in and I had to fix it. So you want to make sure that when you hit this save button up here, that you are saving it as one segment. All right. So after you have edited your audio, then it's going to come up and it's going to look like this. Now, this is one we did that should be coming out either this week or next week as a podcast where we talked to Jamie about Nearpod. So this one has not been edited yet. So, but this is what it looks like. I'm given the option to publish the episode. Well, I know I don't want to right now because not everything's in there that we need. And I'm going to now click on Tools at the bottom. So I've gone into my podcast. Now I'm clicking on Tools. So at the bottom of your ribbon down here at the very bottom, you're going to see different tools that you can use. Now this is voice messages. So if you have it out there and you put the link out there for other people to be able to leave you a message, this is where you would go and you would find their messages for you. I think it's like 30 seconds that they can record. We have put some of these into our recordings. We have chosen not to put others into the recording. I think the Kelly Sapp one she did when we were at a conference, and you could hear all the background noise and you really couldn't hear her. She was just testing it out. So we chose not to put that one in there. But if you have people that call in to give you a question, like we used to do a burning question, this is where those are found. All right. The next one over is record. Well, this is where, oh, I'm so sorry, I skipped it because that's where you record your segments and things. Once you make a recording, it goes into your library automatically. Now, I want to tell you this because Ingrid has started doing some of the editing for me, and she found this out. She panicked, and she didn't need to. And I'll tell you why. She thought she had deleted the entire recording and only saved the 4 seconds. What she had done is she had gone in to trim the beginning and trim the end instead of into edit. And she thought, oh no, I have deleted our entire our entire podcast on HB 1041, which is a very important podcast if you haven't listened to it yet. I said, don't worry, Ingrid, it's still there, because whenever you record, it saves into this library. Whenever you make an edit, it saves a copy into there. So you do not ever lose your original recording. When you make any edits on the audio, it automatically saves it as a copy. So don't worry about messing anything up. You can always go back to the original as long as you don't delete that original. Okay, and you would actually have to click on the 3 little buttons and delete the original. It would have to be an intentional thing. So all of your recordings are in here. Now, here's one thing that I really like is I like the search feature up at the top. And here is why. Because we have been recording all year long, and our intro, all I have to do in the search is type intro because I named it intro. And then all we have to do is I search our opinion, which is a segment that we always put at the end stating that our opinions are our own and not our schools or our district. So I just search our opinion, and that brings that up for me. And I don't have to search through 100 or plus originals and duplicates of the edited version. The next thing that you have is interludes. Now, I really like interludes, especially being a librarian, because I don't have to worry about copyright issues. These are little pieces of music that you can put in at the very beginning or in the middle or at the end, wherever you want them to go into your recording. So what you would do is you would just go through and you'd find the one that, like, this one is calm. I think the ones I like are in the cheerful section, but they have them by categories. So it's really cool. All you have to do is hit that plus and it will add it automatically into your recording. The next thing, we don't really use that often, but I thought I'd just point it out to you, is sound effects. So you can insert sound effects into, if you want a drum roll or something like that, you can always insert that in. It does typically stop your audio. So like if you want drum roll please, you would have to make that one segment, and then after the segment, then you would after the drum roll, then you would put the next segment in. So you would have to split that segment into two separate, and you would not keep it as one segment. And then here's something I really have not utilized, but you can bring songs in up to 30 seconds from any song if you are a Spotify or Apple Music person. So you can bring in your own songs, which is really cool. All right, so here is the order of one of our segments. And this is what I was talking to you about, that you have separate segments. So we put in, like, our intro is the very first thing. So we always, we always take care of whatever the podcast is first. We edit that. That's the first thing we do. Then we build around it. So then we import our intro in. Then we import our opinion in. And then we bring in our music or our interludes that we use. Now here's the thing. And it's not going to show on here, and I apologize. I'm just going to walk you through it. What you have to do is drag and drop things where it goes. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone again, and I will see if I can do it for you. So here it is on my phone. So if I wanted this in a different spot, I would just drag and drop it up. But let me show you this. I'm not going to hit save because I don't want to mess this episode up because it's already been published. But if you don't hit save and you leave this screen, it will not save. You must hit save after you do something. So what I typically do is the episode is already in there. I'll bring the other audio in, which is the intro and our opinion. And then I'll bring the interludes in, which is your music. Then I put them in the right order, and then I hit save. So I'm going to cancel out of that because I don't want to save it. All right. So you have to put your things in the right order. And then it's going to ask you to publish it. So when you're ready to, or to rename it, and I believe that is on, let me go to one we haven't done yet. Okay. So for example, right here, this one that we have not edited yet, right here up on the right-hand side, it says details, and it looks like a gear. It will bring up something similar to this. And then right up here, it says update episode details. And that's what I did. I clicked on that. So the three dots up here on the right-hand side, when you're on this screen with the teal and your logo and the podcast, you just click on those three dots, update episode details. I can't talk today. And then this brings you to this screen. So you're going to put your title in here. You're going to put your information in here. I highly recommend not having a long title, and then put your information in here. Put the season number here and the episode number in here. Okay? Then you can choose your publication date, which I've never really had good results with, simply because it will often tell me that it's going to publish on a certain date, and then I go and it hasn't published it automatically like I thought it was going to. And sometimes I get a little anxious and I'm wanting to get the podcast out there. So sometimes I jump the gun and go on and hit that publish now button before it's actually scheduled to publish. Okay. Then that is it. Oh, it does bring up one more screen, And that screen asks you for 5 keywords. So when people are looking for it, it will ask you for 5 keywords that people can find. I personally always use Overdue, Conversations, Library, and then I try to save 2 for whatever the podcast is about that week. So anytime anybody's looking for us, they can always just Google Overdue, Conversation, Library. We are lucky because Anchor does this for us. I don't have to go and do it, or Ingrid and Lori don't have to go and do it, but it automatically pushes it out to all of the podcast platforms. So within a few weeks of our first few episodes, we were already on Spotify. We were already on iTunes. We were on all of the major podcasts. Immediately you're on Anchor. So immediately you go to Anchor, but they push it out to all of the podcast episodes. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this little how-to quick video that I did. It's really not quick. It's 16 minutes. But you know me, I get to talking and you don't know. All right, so if you have any questions, you can always leave them on our Twitter at Overdue Lib Talk, or you can Twitter and message me. Mine is Anita Reads. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoy using the Anchor app.